Hey guys, what's up? I'm Jesus420 here, TaxBanana69, and the Lost Mexican. We're gonna have a discussion about the Halo 5 beta and the future of Halo and the series in general, and whether it's gonna be like what we think when we think Halo, or if it's gonna turn into like a Call of Duty type game, more running and gunning just to make money, releasing games every year. So well, my standpoint is I honestly think Halo's just kind of starting to turn into like the next Assassin's Creed. It's just going to end up releasing games every year. I mean, they're kind of just pushing games out there. They remastered the Master Chief Collection. It wasn't that good. It had problems. Still has problems. And they probably did it not because, they did it for the 10th anniversary, but it was mostly, I think, for just publicity for Halo and making money. That's basically the only reason they didn't do it for anything else. I mean, sure, that's not a terrible reason, but I mean, they could have done it so much better.
I'm gonna have to disagree with that. I do believe there was numerous problems with the Master Chief Collection, matchmaking and all that.
Yep.
But as a whole, I think it was a smart idea to have a remastered for the new consoles. Because it feels like as they were getting ready for Halo 5, people could get used to the controls or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't think it was a bad idea to like release it. It's just the way they did it. It was a terrible. I mean, come on, you're Halo. You defined multiplayer. You made multiplayer like shooters. I mean, sure, Doom, all that you can argue, but Halo was big. It helped the shooters and multiplayer
Definitely
and all that.
Matchmaking.
And matchmaking just took a shit. It wasn't good. Sorry about the language. It wasn't good at all. I mean, they couldn't have done any worse. I mean, you've played it. I'm pretty sure all of us have played it.
It was not. It before it didn't work.
Yeah, we tried playing it. Yeah. It took forever, and then we basically gave up. So honestly, they could have done so much better on it. They just kind of rushed the game, threw it out there, redid the graphics, which probably it's cool and all, but I mean doesn't. That's not the reason you buy a game.
To be fair, with the Master Chief Collection, they did only remaster Halo 2. The other games they just were already
they just
put them
moved over.
But I don't agree with you that they did it only for money or anything like that, if that's what you're saying. But
and publicity, just to keep the Halo alive.
But I feel like
Call of Duty, if they stopped releasing games, people wouldn't care. Well, people would care. It would be like the people that just play it because it's Call of Duty. Like casual gamers or hardcore Call of Duty MLG guys. I mean, I wouldn't care if they stopped selling it. I mean, I could care less.
Right. I am both ways on that with you guys. I'm with Sean on it a little bit because the game is great. I don't think it was bad. It was just the service, the matchmaking was the issue. But I don't think they released it to get people used to controls because Halo 5.
I think that just came to his head.
Yeah, that was just.
But I'm kind of both you guys on there. It's just I do think they released it just for money. But just I didn't think the game was bad in general. I thought just server issues.
I thought it was I really liked the game, Master Chief Collection. It was great.
It was a great game.
Matchmaking has had a problem, and it still does have a problem.
Yep.
But it is fixed a little bit. But other than that, it's not. I don't think it was made for money or publicity or anything. I think it was just made.
Is there anything specific why you think it was made?
I just think it was made to be remaster of the games on the next.
Just because it's Halo. Okay.
Next gen consoles, because there's.
Do you guys? Oh, I'm sorry.
I think it was kind of made so people had something to do while they wait for the next Halo.
Do you think Halo is going to be released every year now, or every year and a half? Going to be like the next Call of Duty, or Assassin's Creed? Assassin's Creed has turned into that kind of series.
I think it is because after playing the beta, it just didn't feel like Halo anymore.
I think it's getting on that path where it's going to be every year, but as of right now, I think it's going to gradually get into that state where it's going to be every year. I hope it doesn't because I don't really like yearly titles.
Okay.
But I think it's going to get to that.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. It's slowly going to go into it. I'm sure they're not done with Halo. They're probably going to be done with Master Chief sooner or later, or they're going to slowly bring him out of games. Sure, they'll reference him in other older ones, newer ones, but I think he's basically... After this one, I think he'll be done. Maybe one more or something.
I hope they don't do like Call of Duty where they have multiple games once every year, but different stories completely in each game.
Let's go
I hope
different.
they
So
keep
you
the
want
game.
them to have the same universe, like
Yes.
nothing
want them
different?
to have
I honestly
two
think Master
Halos.
Chief might die.
Both in different universes.
Well, we're not really predicting what's gonna happen. Um, do you think it's smart that they're changing to like Call of Duty style, like sprinting, running gun? Do you think they need to keep the franchise alive, or do you think that was kind of just stupid and they kind of just got desperate and pressured into it?
As somebody who started like gaming on Xbox and all that from Call of Duty, I enjoy it. But from a Halo standpoint, I could see where people have problems with it.
I think they're doing it desperate, but you know, it's like this. Every game is run and gun now, and that's kind of like the only one that's tied. That's like just
I think
different.
they're forced to. I think they're pressured to.
See, says,
I mean, people.
personally, I don't like it, but no, they're forced into it. They're getting desperate, man. It's just
I've talked to PlayStation people, like users, like hardcore PlayStation users, and they all agree. Most of them that I've talked to say Halo sucks. We hate the multiplayer. It's so different. It's too complicated. You can't sprint. Well, you can sprint if you have like the ability. And Halo 4, I think you can sprint now. I mean,
Yeah.
that was slowly kind of getting into the whole Call of Duty thing,
well,
but
that's the beauty of the game. It's
I-
different.
they still
It's
think
its
it's way
own
too
title.
I
difficult.
feel like Halo 4, the only reason it had sprint was because Halo Reach had the sprint ability. And if they had the ability and reach, then they just sort of just...
I'm gonna
Throw
be
it in there.
I was
Like,
fucking
hey, why not?
retarded in Reach.
Well, I think they're kind of just moving. They've been moving towards the Call of Duty thing. I mean, I hope they don't. I really don't. I mean, Halo should be its own thing, but I think it's only being sold to, not only, but it's starting to only be sold to hardcore fans, to like people that are like, ooh, I grew up with Halo. It was like Sean, like you. I mean, you bought it. And did you buy it because you heard it was a good game and it got good reviews, or did you buy it because it was Halo?
What, Halo...
Halo the Master Chief Collection.
I bought Halo Master
Or
Chief
Halo
Collection
4.
because I... Like, growing up playing, like, regular games with my brothers and stuff, it was always Halo or, like, N64 games.
Okay, so yeah, you are like
So I
a
bought it because
hardcore
for,
player.
like, nostalgia reasons. and
That's
stuff.
how I am with Halo, man. It's like just split screen 4 players every day.
There aren't
Plus
too
it-
many people that were like, hey, this is my first Halo, it's the Master Chief Collection. I think I know maybe a couple people that switched from the PlayStation 3 to Xbox One instead of going to PlayStation 4, and those are the only people that really like are new to Halo. Other than that, it's only been hardcore players.
Plus, another reason I bought it is because you can play online with it. On the, like, Halo Combat Evolved, the first Halo, you can do online with it, which I'm pretty sure you weren't able to do unless you played on PC. Like,
Anything else?
No, I think, I know, Andrew, you were talking about the Halo 5 beta earlier.
Yeah.
I think that was, like, clearly it was somewhat trying to be Call of Duty. They had a lot of...
I fucking hated it.
Yeah, but I feel like they have to. I mean, like I said, it's only hardcore players. I mean, you're gonna need like the 12-year-olds to just sell your game, or else Halo will die. It's gonna die sooner or later.
They should just end it, honestly. Just they made their they're like all their games
Like
are
just
great.
completely get rid of it. Like end it on maybe they're probably not. They've already made the game Halo 5 Guardians, but maybe just end it on the next one.
Yeah, you should just end it. You need to end it, I think.
I kind of feel like because it's 343 and not Bungie, I kind of feel like 343 wants to make its own version.
Like it's
of Halo. They
basically
don't wanna-
renewed itself.
Yeah, they don't want all of their games to be compared to Bungie's games. Although it kind of completely is because it's Halo. But
Yep.
they want to forge their own type of game. While maintaining the same, like, Master Chief and all that. Same story-wise.
Do you think that's smart, or do you think they should just forget it and maybe go on to a different like
I
game,
think-
maybe genre?
They need to forget and go into a different game.
I think they should, kind of. Like, I think Bungie is doing amazing right now, obviously, with Destiny. I feel like 343 was kind of just there to keep Halo alive.
Like
I
they
don't
kind
feel
of just got thrown Halo and was like, hey, here you go.
Well, wasn't 343 a division of Bungie? That lots of
Yep, and then it
people
broke off. That's if I remember correctly.
So, yeah, I'm happy that Halo's still a thing, but there's a lot of elements in the beta, like, you can, like, climb on, like, if you're running out of legend, you can, like, press A and you can climb on top of it. I'm pretty sure you can do that in the beta. and every
Yeah.
single gun zooms in now with like a scope. I feel like
Some guns don't even zoom in; it just like zooms in the screen and it just looks retarded.
I feel like
It's like some Fallout thing.
they're trying a little bit too much to be like normal other shooters. Maybe not just Call of Duty, but like just like a normal shooter.
The stereotypes.
Yeah. But
Okay.
I feel like Halo should stick to being Halo instead of trying to be something else that it's not.
Well, that's not gonna sell. I mean,
I understand that they need to sell their games. But from like a fan point of view,
Yeah.
I don't want them to change too much. I want them to keep moving forward in the franchise, but I don't want them to just go from like Halo 4 straight into Halo 5 where everything's different.
are you gonna continue to buy their games even if they turn into Call of Duty?
I will because it's Halo.
Yeah, I will too.
Even if
I
it
will.
like, I mean, I loved Call of Duty at first. I loved the Modern Warfares. Huge games for me. Black Ops, I loved. Black Ops 2, not so much. After that, I didn't buy Ghosts until it was down to like $15. I haven't played Advanced Warfare. Don't plan on it anytime soon.
I mean, I'm gonna buy the games. I'm gonna continue buying the games. I continue buying Call of Duty as well, but that's just because I'm fortunate enough to have the money to buy those. But if I was like had to watch my money, I wouldn't buy Call of Duty. But if Halo released annually, I would not buy it every year.
I would buy it for the sheer fact that was my childhood. It's like Halo Combat Evolved was the first
Yeah,
game
but-
I got.
That's not a good reason to buy it. I mean,
My reason's my childhood, man.
just buying a game. They release a Zelda game, and it could be completely different. Completely different. Would you still buy it? I mean, and it's shit. You hear it's crap, gets terrible reviews. Would you just buy it because it's Halo?
No, it's kind of hard for me for Zelda because the
Well, he's
console.
just using Zelda as a reference.
Yeah.
Like,
This is kind of getting into another topic. Do you buy games because it's... Do you buy it for the game itself, or do you buy it because of the name of the game? I mean,
I kind of buy Call of Duty because it's Call of Duty. I don't really buy it because I don't enjoy Ghosts, but I still bought Ghost. At first I didn't like Advanced Warfare, but it gradually grew on to me. I enjoy playing Advanced Warfare now. But I wouldn't... What's different with Call of Duty is I don't have to buy it every year. If I want to, I can skip a year and wait for the other companies to make their games of it. So I don't have to wait for Call of Duty, but other than Call of Duty, I wouldn't buy a new, like... I can't think of a different game, but I wouldn't just buy it just because of the game name.
well, anything left? Anything else you guys got? On Halo, or maybe just buying games for the name in general?
I guess I do kind of buy games for that name in general, but like that's because they were good back then. But now they're kind of just drifting away.
Yeah, but I don't think
like-
that's like fair. I mean, like, if you hear a game could get IGN could give a game a 2 out of 10, but if it has the name Fallout or it's an Elder Scrolls game, which I don't plan on, like, no shitty Elder Scrolls game anytime soon, or I mean any name, like whether it be old or newer games, would you buy it? I mean, even if the past games were good, I don't see why you would. I mean, if I hear a game's crap, I'll try it out. If I don't like it, I don't like it. Maybe I'll give the game a chance. Maybe the next game that comes out, maybe, if I saw potential, or maybe they said they're going to change stuff. But if not, I'm probably not even going to waste my time on it. I just say, screw it. I'm not going to buy this game. It's crap. The last one was bad. Yeah, sure, it's got a good pass, but it's not worth it.
I think a big reason a lot of people now wouldn't buy a game just because of its, like, brand recognition or whatever is because of Duke Nukem. I haven't played the new Duke Nukem, but according to everyone I know that's played it, it was really horrible.
Yeah, terrible. And it
And a
took
lot
so
of the-
long to go out.
A lot of the people I know that liked Duke Nukem's, like, franchise, the whole franchise just died with the last Duke Nukem Forever. So I wouldn't... That's why I don't want to say I'd buy games just for the brand, but when it comes down to it, I most likely would. Like, if...
Andrew, you...
I get what you're coming from, Thomas. About like if everybody gave it a shit review. From my point of view, I'll probably have to look up gameplay videos on the E3 trailers before
Well,
I actually
E3
make
trailers are so...
Or
like,
not the E3 gameplay demos, not the trailers.
you can't do that, though. They make them look so much better. Watch Dogs, for example. I mean, did you see the graphics on Watch Dogs at E3?
They were nice.
Beautiful,
think-
beautiful graphics. And then, yeah, I heard Watch Dogs is okay. It was overhyped, yeah.
Yeah,
This is just
that
an
was way
example.
overhyped.
E3, it completely makes games look like game of the year for every game. I mean,
Well,
don't think you
they're doing a
should-
good job at it.
I don't think you should judge games based on the first look at the game.
I don't do first looks. I get like multiple gameplay.
I agree
videos
with you
it.
on that one, but if you show a game at E3 and it looks a certain way, it better look that way when it comes out.
Even with Halo, when Halo was first shown at E3, like way back when, it was a completely different. Well, I think it was like an RTS game for the Mac, and then Microsoft bought the rights to it, and then Bungie made it into what it is now. So shown at E3, Halo was completely different from its final product. So I don't think at all you
Yeah,
should
but
judge
no,
it by
I
anything
watch
it's shown
more
at
than
E3.
E3 gameplay videos. It's like just anything on
But
YouTube.
if they don't
it's
change
fine.
anything, I mean, that's not really fair to if you buy the game and it's worse.
I understand where you're, like, if a game.
I
is
mean,
shown at
if a
E3,
game's
it
a
should
little bit
look at
different,
least,
yeah, okay,
you
it's
know,
not as good as people said it was, or it's like different from what it looked like, or something. But I mean, if it's huge, I mean, I'm gonna be kind of like pissed. I mean, you were misled. You bought the game because you thought it had a lot of potential, and it just doesn't live up to
Personally,
it.
I don't think you should talk about a game unless it is 100% for sure going to be coming out within the next, like, at least year or so. Like, they announced Duke Nukem 5-10 years ago, whenever they announced it, and it didn't come out until more recently, like 2010 or whatever. I don't remember when it came out.
Yep. Well, that's kind of different, though. Well, not really. I mean, I guess the game had delays and all that, but that's just part of it.
Like, I think Duke Nukem was the company itself was having the problem. That's why the game didn't come out. But I feel like if you're gonna show off a game, make sure it gets released in time, and that is the final product of the game.
What if they just have like a simple delay? Are you okay with that, or is it like
I'm okay
you
with
better
a simple delay if they want.
Obviously, 10 years isn't
make it better.
a simple delay?
Maybe if they release the beta, and then they want to fix it up, and then they delay the game, that's fine. But as long as it is that game. Like, if you're gonna show off a game at E3, make sure it's that game, and you're not just gonna completely scrap it and make it into an entire new game and use the same name.
But you just said that Halo basically did that. Is
Yeah, I
that
did say
okay?
Halo, I don't think it was okay for Halo to do it. I know a lot of games.
I'm glad they did, obviously, but do you like people that originally saw the original one you said before Microsoft bought it? Do you think that's misleading?
It was misleading, but I feel like there was enough time. Like, I feel like what the problem was with that was they showed it off before they were even remotely done with the game.
So they make like part of the game just to show at E3, and then they're like, okay, now we
Think
can
about it.
finish
Halo 1 came out in 2001, and was YouTube even out then for people like everybody to see so easily?
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. It makes it like different to like
But you know, like if you're
check
looking at
out
today,
games.
you know, if
And
that
now
kind of
there's
shit,
so many different reviews of games, like graphics, story, characters. I mean, IGN, they freaking base character, like, they gave Far Cry a bad, well, not bad, but not an amazing score because they felt like they didn't have well enough developed, like, characters.
I can't trust Far Cry anymore, because I feel like they go just off brand recognition, because they gave Call of Duty, almost every year they give it amazing reviews. Just because
Yes,
Call of
I
Duty.
feel like IGN, yep. IGN is completely, this is kind of, we're going to start wrecking IGN now, but if it's, I mean, they called Pokemon repetitive. That's when I kind of just
I kind
stopped
of do
with
feel
that.
like
Yeah.
Pokemon is repetitive.
Okay, all right. This is another topic for another day.
Okay, yeah, okay. Let's do Pokemon later. But, yeah, I don't think anyone should judge a game based on what they first see of it. And I also don't believe the developers should show off their game unless they know for sure this is what the final product is going to even, at least remotely, look like. Like, if you're going to show off your game, don't change the genre of the game.
Is that just-
through its development.
you know what? Actually, the new Rainbow Six did that. It's like Rainbow Six Patriots.
And then they completely scrapped the game, and now it's like, what, Rainbow Six? Siege?
Siege.
Sage?
That
Siege?
shit looks badass.
Sage, what the fuck?
Siege.
No, I don't know anything about that, but I kind of... They changed the name of it, at least. So it's like a different game, right?
Yeah, they changed
but-
everything on it.
I mean,
It's
that's like them
completely
saying,
different.
like, hey, here's Fallout 4. Oh, just kidding. We're going to change it to Skyrim 4 or something. I don't know why I picked Skyrim 4. But, like, a different name. I mean, does that make it okay? to delay the game and then scrap it and kind of like restart it?
Well, I don't think they should scrap a game and then release a whole entirely new, different type of game using that same name. Like, whatever they want to change
Okay.
their name to, it's fine. Like, whatever. But don't use, like, don't call a game, like, Xbox. Don't call a game Xbox. And it's going to be like a puzzle game. And then scrap that game, make a shooter, and call that Xbox.
All right, I know what you mean. Anything else with? Maybe we can go back to our main thing. Halo and its future. Do you like? We kind of.
Yeah, I've kind of drifted away from that. But,
Oh, that's just a rant, I
feel like-
guess.
And if we're gonna talk about their future, I would have to honestly play Halo 5 Guardians first because that's probably gonna define if they're gonna die out or continue going on.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna release more though,
I feel
even
like a lot
no
of
matter how
people
good it does.
didn't like Halo 4 because of the fact that it wasn't made by Bungie. So I feel
Think
like a
they
lot of people are
judged
going
it
to
too hard?
judge Halo 4 on that as well. Or Halo 5, I mean. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. People are going to judge it just based on the fact that it's not to the standard of what Bungie had. It's not a Bungie title. It's a 343 Studios creation. I feel like people
That kind of goes back to the whole like. Never mind. That's studio recognition, not really brand. The title of the game.
like, I
That's
feel
kind
like
of another thing. I
if
mean,
people want to judge Halo, they should look at it as a Halo game, not as a game created by this developer.
so don't judge a game on its developers.
Yes. Like, if
I'm
Bethesda-
gonna have to disagree with you on that one. If a game is released, I can look at like a developer or like a studio that releases certain games and judge it. I mean, Bethesda, you expect good things out of Bethesda, right?
I do expect good things out of Bethesda. But
You
I
can
feel
judge
like
that, I guess.
if they have a game that's not good, I'm not gonna say it's good just because it's Bethesda.
No. But like, you do expect it to be good, though.
I do expect it to be good, yes. Because that's just because Bethesda.
A developer you
Has
never
had
heard
some-
of or a studio you never heard of releases a game and it doesn't live up to its standards. Are you just kind of like, okay, it's all right, or is it kind of like, well, this should have been better. Oh, it looked better. Blah blah blah.
I would judge it on the game itself.
Not
If
the
there's
studio.
Difference, like if there's something in the game that could have been better, I would say it could be better. Like,
Well, I'd be more towards this like studio. I mean, like Bethesda. Like I said, if it's not good, I'm gonna be like, hey, Bethesda, I
If it's like
expected
a-
better. It should have been better.
if
Third-
it's like a game made by like a multi-million-dollar company, then I expect it to be good. But if it's a game made by like an indie developer or something, then that has more leniency towards it being at least somewhat decent, you know?
Yeah.
But
Well,
if it's a game made by a big title, I do expect it to be good. And I guess I kind of am contradicting myself by saying that.
I
guess it
think
decides-
that's
for me. It just depends on the size of the company that's making it.
Right.
If it's a small
Well-
company, I'll like review it on how good it is compared to the size of the company.
all right. Is there anything else we got, or are we
Do
basically?
you have any opinion on this, Megan?
No, I just like same thing with you. Like if it's a big company, they've been making good games for the last years. You're gonna expect it to be good.
Well, was there anything else for this?
I think I got my point across.
Do you guys have any ending thoughts on the final, like the way Halo's gonna be when it goes forward, or are you?
I think it's gonna end up being Call of Duty, released every year. It's gonna die out because the hardcore fans are gonna leave, or it's gonna thrive off of it, become the next Call of Duty, and it's gonna be full of 12-year-olds and MLG players, all that. So it's
I don't think it's gonna thrive
one way
off
or
it
another.
because like Titanfall, that game was super overhyped and yet it just died out in weeks.
I think we should talk about overhyped games in a different day. Because
Alright.
there's a lot of games that have been overhyped.
Oh,
they didn't live
Titanfall,
up to
Watch
it.
Dogs.
All right. Well,
Adios.
let us know what you think in the comments section below. I've always
Do you-
wanted to say that.
What if you are watching this video and you've made it through this far in this video, and you are like watching this actually, and you're listening to this, leave your thoughts in the comments below of how you feel Halo's going and how you think it's going to be in the future, or your expectations of it. Like, is it going to be a new Call of Duty, or is it going to just be Halo? Like we've always loved it.
All right. Leave a like, subscribe to Toxic Banana 69. Works hard on his videos. And
You make
well,
me blush.
Adios.
see ya.